This video was made possible with the help of Game Toppers. Upgrade your gaming experience with a Game Topper.
Well, hello chaps and chappettes. Now I'm going to do something which I haven't done in a very long time, and I should be doing all the time because that's why I named the channel Board Games Everybody Should ... So welcome, hello. And I'm going to tell you that this game is a board game that everybody should, if they are a board gamer and they have young kids, invest in. Boom! So I'm just going to quickly fly over the base rules for the game as it will start out like this. There will be 4 zombies placed on 4 of the courtyards of the school, up to 2 to 4 heroes placed into the middle in the red classroom. There'll be a pool of 4 zombies in the reserve, or maybe less. If you're playing one of the challenges, there's a zombie spawning dice, and there are some tokens to say that the school gates are locked. So basically the object of the game is the heroes are going to be playing cooperatively together, and they're going to be trying to seal the 4 gates on the outskirts of the school. Once they do that, they win the game. But how do they lose? They lose very simply if they have to roll the dice and spawn a zombie and there are no zombies in the pool. How does a turn work? Well, basically a starting player will roll the dice, whatever the result is. As you can see, there are 5 different colors and a blank space. Whatever the color is, that's the classroom that the zombie will spawn. So let's say blue, we roll, we take a zombie from the pool and we place it in the blue classroom. Then that hero, whoever that hero is, will then move to one adjacent class through a doorway. And they have the possibility of killing 1 or 2 zombies in that room. So that's killed, and this goes into the reserve pool. And as you can see, I am doing a kind of cycle here with this reserve. So as zombies come onto the board and they get killed, they get moved on. It doesn't pay really much at the beginning of the game, but when you start revealing a few things, this will be very important. And that's basically the game. Every turn, a player rolls the dice, they spawn a zombie, and then they move to an adjacent space, and they can kill 1 or 2 zombies in that room. Now, the exceptions to that rule are, if there are 3 zombies in a room, you cannot enter that room. If you're already in that room, you can carry on just killing zombies, and then obviously these will go back into the spawn pit. But if you're exterior, you can't enter a room with 3 zombies. Basically making a zombie pit of doom, which could possibly end the game. But at any time when 2 heroes are on a gate space or in the park outside the exterior, they can do a high five and then seal that gate. As I said, the game will be won if all 4 gates are closed, and the game will be lost if at any time you roll the dice and you have to spawn a zombie and you can't spawn a zombie. That's it, game over. So there you go, that's the base rules of the game. And you may be saying to yourself, well, that looks familiar to a game I played way back in 2013. Well, you'd be right, because there was an edition of Zombie Kidz in 2013, published by the same publishers, Scorpion Masque, and the same designer. I forgot the name, sorry. But yeah, they published this game, and it was set in a graveyard. But this one is set in a school, and this is a kind of legacy game, hence the name Evolution, because that's the base rules. And as you play, you are going to unlock envelopes. As you can see, I haven't got many envelopes left. I'm on the final 3 with my son, which means that I've got 11, 12 and 13 to go. And each envelope will give you a new rule or something. Now I'm going to stop there for a second because I need to say spoilers, because there may be some of you that are thinking, you're going to spoil this game for me. Well, if you're an adult when you're watching this, I'm not going to really spoil much by delving into this game and explaining what's good about it, because it's not going to spoil it, because it's a great pleasure to watch your kids race to those envelopes and want to play more, which is what's happening in my house. I'm playing with my 6-year-old and he is just egging to play again to get to the next envelope. There you go. Okay, so if you are worried about spoilers, they're not big spoilers. Okay, this is the kind of things that you would expect to find in a board game. Extra powers, yes. What's going to happen is when you start unlocking these envelopes, you're going to develop powers for your heroes and for the zombies. And also there's going to be some extra rules that come into place. Now, a big thing is once you get a power for one of your characters, ding, 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 for example, you don't roll the dice once, you'll be rolling the dice twice. So you're going to be spawning 2 zombies instead of 1. Or maybe not, because there is that blank face which does nothing. That means that's cool. That's cool. That's what you're looking for. And if you spawn nothing, bonus, you still get through the game a bit more easier in that respect. But yeah, you're going to spawn 2 zombies, so you're going to you're not going to want to, but you're going to need to kill at least 2 zombies each turn to try and keep that pool filled, otherwise you're going to lose the game. Now these powers will allow you to manipulate things on the board and break the rules a little bit. And they all kind of concur with the artwork on the characters, which is what I like. But then you have the zombie powers. The zombie powers are just there to move the zombies around. I haven't unlocked all of the zombies, but when you do, you basically stick a sticker on the back of the zombie tile. Because you can see, this one hasn't got a zombie sticker, but it's the zombie there. And this zombie sticker tells the power of that zombie, what they do, and it also gives them a safe room. Basically, if that zombie is in that classroom of the same color, they are kind of indestructible to kill. You can't kill them, which adds another element to the game. And this game just gradually evolves. The more you play, the more these powers get unlocked. And as I said, I haven't unlocked all of them. There's still 3 left, and I'm trying to figure out what this one is. I've figured out what those 2 are, but I haven't figured out what that one is, because it's that kind of game. And to help you along the way, as you can see, there's not just every time you win the game you put a brain on there. There are these trophies. In the game, you'll get these challenges, and these challenges will allow you to unlock trophies. And obviously unlocking trophies will help you progress through this evolution of the game a lot more quicker. Now, some of these trophies are quite a challenge. Like if you're playing 2 players, which I've practically done with my son, to play the 2-player version of the game on the 4-player side of the board, which has less doors connecting one another, it is quite a challenge. And again, trying to make it so you just close all the gates while there are 0 zombies in the pool is also a challenge. So it's a bit of luck involved, but there's also a little bit of strategy as well. It's like, when do you go for those portals and close them off? But that's it. That's the game. That's the pleasure of the game, is these little challenges. And that's also the fun part as an adult, is watching your child come up with these strategies or absorb your strategies and what you're doing. That's the hard part, is drawing the line of when should I stop saying what I should be saying, because there's that moment when the group loses and it's like there are angry heads at the table, or really kind of sad heads at the table, and it's like, what do? Do you let those sad and angry heads come from losing the game, or do you try to point them out in the direction of what is the best strategy for the game? And as a parent, that is a good thing. You're building up a team kind of cooperation between you and the other players. And as I said, I've only been playing with one other player, my 6-year-old, who has picked this up pretty easily. because it is pretty easy. But again, there is this other level of strategy which comes as the game evolves, as the zombies start getting powers, and as the heroes start getting powers. And then there's this extra rule which comes in, which involves the blank side of the dice, which alleviates the heroes of their powers, but gives them a special ability different. I'm not going to say anything there. That would be spoiler. And as these powers and envelopes get opened, sometimes there are some new challenges which come along, which again gives you the chance to get new trophies. So there is a bit of a challenge in the game even as an adult. Some of it is luck driven, some of it is strategy driven. But again, a lot of the game is luck. So the length of the game could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes. It all depends on this dice. And again, how many powers you're playing with and how many rules you've got. And that's it. That's the fun part of this game. It's not Legacy. I wouldn't say it was Legacy. It has the kind of idea of Legacy where you're unlocking envelopes, but it's a linear path one. And it's a linear path that you can go back on, because as you can see by demonstrating the game, you can't see any of the legendary aspects of the game. And that's another great feature about this game. So even when you've finished and you've gotten all the envelopes open, you can go back to the beginning and say, right, no powers, roll 1 dice, move 1 space, kill 1-2 zombies. No powers. Simple. You could introduce it then to another group of people and then just add the powers a bit more quicker. It does take a bit long. I mean, we've been playing it God knows how long, how many games there. And that's just the ones that we won. All the ones that we lost are not recorded on there at all. What else can I say? The components and the box are great. It has a wonderful box insert. All the components do fit in nicely. Everything it works. It's cartoon, it's colorful, it's fresh, it's friendly looking. It's, you know, yeah, it's killing zombies, but it's like, yeah, you're just moving a token. And that's really unoffensive, I think, which is good. I think kids will die to play this game, as like my son is. He's desperate to open another envelope. He loves sticking these stickers on. I do the important stickers, like the new powers and the new rules, and obviously the zombies, because you don't want them to be, yeah. But yeah, that's, yeah. I won't go into my personality too much there. But anyway, this is a fun, super game. I definitely recommend it for practically everyone who has kids, who is a board gamer, who wants to get their kids interested and have that fun time. It is almost fun for adults, but as I said, there is that, it's very light, but pleasurable to play with. So check that out, the Zombie Kidz Evolution. And I just want to quickly mention a big thank you to my friend who owns a board game shop in Reims called l'Odyssée de Jeux. If you're ever in Reims in France, go and check out their board game collection, as well as get very, 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 very friendly advice. And that's it. I'll say thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you know someone that might appreciate this video, share it with them. And I'll see you next time. And just please remember to play nicely with each other.
Just sitting at the table next to